Henry Ford once said, "I will build a motor car for the great multitude, so low in price that no man making a good salary will be unable to own one and enjoy with his family the blessing of hours of pleasure in God's great open spaces." This was said in 1913. Fast forward to not even in the 1980s, everybody had an automobile. Fast forward to the 1980s, the CEO of Microsoft at that time, which was Bill Gates, said that every single desk and every single home will have a computer that runs Microsoft software. Fast forward till today, a lot of computers are Microsoft and are running Microsoft software. Not only that, Steve Jobs around the 1980s said this as well. In a few years, people will be spending more time interacting with personal computers with cars. Now, a personal computer could be your computer, your laptop, or your phone. So, what has happened today? Everyone is on their phones. Everyone is using their smart computer, their personal computer, their computers, their smartphones, their phones, iPhones, whatever. Today, we have another highly ambitious person named Elon Musk who's saying something similar to these guys. Elon is saying that everyone's going to have a bot at home, which is insane. But let's put that on the side for a second. He's also saying that everyone's going to be in a car that drives himself one day, aka robotaxis and full self-driving. A lot of people are looking at his comments and calling him crazy, which is not any different from Steve Jobs, Bill Gates, Henry Ford, and many others that had predicted who were this level of smart and innovative. That has come true. A lot of people calling these things stupid, never gonna happen, but they've happened. And now there's another opportunity, which is the full self-driving and the robotaxis and the bots coming from Elon Musk. And yes, everyone is calling him crazy. Everyone called him crazy for electric vehicles. Now it's happening everywhere. If you're not making electric vehicles, you are not going to survive in the future. Then it's going to be full self-driving, robotaxis, and then the bot later. Guys, Tesla investors, we are so early to this. It's absolutely ridiculous. How early? Check out this comment from Elon Musk saying that most people have no idea that full self-driving exists. And I mentioned this in a previous video, but I'll mention it again because it's crazy. The fact that most people still have no idea that cars are driving themselves today presents a massive opportunity for investors who are invested in Tesla today. We are so early. I mean, it's crazy, guys. We are so early to this. A lot of people don't know that cars can drive themselves. What do you think is going to happen when people know about this? When people realize that, wait, I can drive myself. I don't have to drive the same route, the same road, the same traffic, the same way every day, and I have to pay attention. I can just sit in the car and the car will take me there. I'll have my time back. I can do other things. That's more important. Heck, I can even sleep in the back, get more, sleep if I really want to. We are so early, it's not even funny. Those who are a regular viewer of this channel, you guys already know I'm going all in into Tesla stock. Not because of EVs, not because of energy, not even because of the bot, even though Elon is saying that everyone's going to have 1 or 2 or 3 bots at home, which right now it sounds crazy. In 20, 30 years time, if this happens, well, I mean, it looks like when this happens, because it's looking to be inevitable, then people are going to look back and say, wow, it came true. Just like with Henry Ford, Bill Gates, and Steve Jobs, and the rest of them that came, that are high level as Elon Musk and these guys. Then the reason why I'm all in Tesla stock, guys, is because of the full self-driving. Once this thing is good to go and the way it's looking, we are so close. Tesla is so close, on the verge. It's going to unlock trillions upon trillions for Tesla because it's just the value is crazy. I made a chart about the robotaxi, how that can bring a lot of value to Tesla. I'm going to show you guys a chart right now. But once Tesla solves full self-driving, there's 3 pillars that it unlocks. Robotaxis, for sure. Current Teslas on the road, with a snap of a finger, turns into full self-driving machines. That's the crazy part. You already got 6 million plus vehicles on the road, and if you can just enable it for everybody. Now, obviously, every country has their own regular, approval and laws and regulators and all that kind of stuff. That's fine. But I am convinced that once the data shows that says, hey, this full self-driving thing is 10 times safer than human driving, why wouldn't any government approve that? It's crazy. And we know that Elon said that getting approval and all these other things that we need from governments is not the hard part. It's not the hard part. Despite everyone saying that's the hardest hurdle to get through, but that's not it once you have the data. Data speaks volumes louder than anything else. So I don't think that's the main issue. But it unlocks robotaxis. It unlocks the current vehicles on the road, Tesla vehicles on the road with full self-driving, and licensing, which Elon did say there are a few OEMs that they're in talks with licensing, although he's been saying that for quarters and years. But until then, these are the 3 pillars that it unlocks. And once full self-driving is solved, these 3 pillars will be unlocked, and the value is crazy. It's absolutely insane. But I want you guys to take a look at this robotaxi chart that I've made, and it's extremely conservative on how I did it. And yes, this is also available on Patreon. You guys can check the link in the corner. But you guys can see 500 fleet is what I'm estimating they're going to start in 2026 geofence with a base fare of $1, cost per mile of 50 cents, 30 trips per day, 150 miles being driven every day, expenses and revenue per day, with a revenue overall reaching 20 million, total expenses with a fleet earning of about 4 million, which adds about 149 million to the valuation if we take a multiple of 30, which is nothing. But then once it scales from 500 vehicles to 1,000 to 10,000 to 100,000 to 200,000, 500,000, 1 million, 2 million, 4, 8 million, because this thing, Tesla is really good at scaling, whether it's robotaxis, manufacturing, cars, software, whatever. They are the pros at scaling. And that's what will happen with robotaxis. And you guys can see the chart right here, revenue and fleet earnings. It just goes up like a flippin', it's crazy. It's exponential. And what's interesting here is that I want to show you guys this chart with this chart. The consumption spreads faster today. The internet, the VCR, the cell phone, telephone, auto, electricity, refrigerator, stove, all this and everything that comes after gets adopted faster and faster. What do you think is going to happen once full self-driving is a green light from everyone? This will be the biggest adoption in history. In history. Maybe the bot can take over it if everything is good. I don't know too much about the bot. But the full self-driving, imagine you don't have to drive anymore, man. God. Imagine it becomes an optional to drive. Imagine you just, you don't have to own a car anymore. Get a robotaxi comes to your door, cheaper, more convenient, and just overall you could be more productive and takes you to your spot 1/10 or 1/5 of the regular price of a car or a taxi or an Uber. The adoption rate's gonna be insane. This is why I keep saying we are so early. We are so early. If you're invested in Tesla stock because of electric vehicles, they've already finished that part. They finished that part. We know that's gonna be the future. Will they sell more? Sure, but it's not gonna be as profitable as the robotaxi or full self-driving or the licensing or the other parts of the business. Mainly the full self-driving at the moment in the medium to long term. Longer term, maybe the bot will be more profitable, which that's what Elon was saying. But again, the bot, I have to sit down and see how this could even happen or how I can add it to my valuation. But the robotaxi is clear. To me, it's clear. We are so early. Full self-driving is clear to me. We are so early. It's crazy. It's crazy. And if you are anxious about your Tesla investment, you are not looking long enough. You're not looking at the main thing, which is full self-driving. If you're looking at auto margins, it's terrible. It's been going down since the peak, but yet still industry leading, which is insane to me. But that's not it. That's not it. You got energy growing. You got full self-driving improving every single week. Used to be every single year and month. Now it's every single week. You got robotaxi unveiled later this year and the plans of it. This is like on the cusp of something big and something revolutionary. A new era is beginning. I, who's all into Tesla stock, can sleep at night perfectly because I know what I'm investing in. I'm investing in a company that's going to change the world forever. They did it once with electric vehicles. They're going to do it again with full self-driving. They will do it again with taxis and robotaxis. And they're going to do it once more with the bot. And the crazy part is every single new product or innovation that comes out that these guys make will get adopted faster and faster. It's crazy to me that people are anxious about their Tesla investment. This is a long-term game. This is a long-term investment. And this is a once-in-a-lifetime investment. I wish I bought Apple back in 2008 or 2000 or 1990s when Steve Jobs was saying these things. I wish I bought Microsoft in 1980s when it was barely nothing, the stock, or even Amazon. But I didn't because I was afraid. At that time, when the crashes, when it was down low, they weren't profitable. But today, with Tesla and Elon Musk, company's profitable. The vision is clear. Everything is there. Market is realizing. Companies are coming out with their own robotaxi concept. They should tell you something. They should tell you that Waymo already has a proof of concept. That's all I need to see is a proof of concept. Someone's doing it. All right. Tesla is 1,000,000 times ahead of that with data and all that. And they're just one snap of a finger away from enabling all these robots on wheels to have full self-driving. Like, the conviction that I have towards Tesla is ridiculous. And I'll be looking forward to buying more. I think there'll be a couple more opportunities this year, a few more opportunities this year, because this year a lot of Wall Street analysts are focusing on auto margins. And if Tesla cannot deliver good auto margins for the next two or 1 quarter, the next quarters or so, Tesla stock's going to probably go even lower. But that's besides the point. They are seeing the forest for the trees. They are missing the bigger picture. And I don't blame them. Wall Street, they want 6 to 12 months. But as Tesla investors, we see the adoption. We see how things will work. We'll see that full self-driving is going to be it's inevitable. It's inevitable at this point. And that's a 5-year wait. 5-year investment. But that's my take on it, guys. Like, again, this is not financial advice, but I can see the clear vision. And my message is, if you're a Tesla investor, we are so early. We are so early. We will look back 10, 15, 20 years and look back at the stock price and say, how was Tesla stock trading below $1 trillion valuation? Even today, why is it still under $1 trillion valuation? It's crazy to me, which is why I think by end of this year, the stock price will be my price target of 350, which I did make the prediction last year around this time too, like September of 2023, that end of this year of 2024, a stock price target of 350. And I do believe that. And if that's the case, we're over $1 trillion. You guys can see what I mean and why in this video right here. But guys, we are so early. We are so early. Subscribe. Get your I Bought the Dip t-shirt 10% off using RIP Shorts discount code. And I shall see you guys in the next video. See ya.